Hey everybody, Michelle here with Alaska Raceway Park. It's time for Tuesday Track Talk. We're a little bit early today because we are talking with Division 6 Director Matt Levonas. He's going to answer a couple questions about some things that we've got going on in the division and get you guys all prepped because he'll be here on Saturday to do chassis certs with us. So I'm going to bring Matt in and we'll go from there here in a second. Before I do that, the tickets for all of the events are online at raceak.com. You can register online, buy your tickets online, get your weekend passes, all of that jazz. So be sure to go check that out at raceak.com. And if you have any other questions or anything about the weekend, most of that stuff should be on our website. Otherwise, we will see you here at the races this weekend. And now the special guest, Matt Levonas. Welcome, Matt.
Hey, good to jump on. I've been catching these for a while that you do, and good deal. So happy to join you this week.
Yeah, thanks. So this weekend is actually our very first race in our Land of the Leaders ET Challenge series. That's going to be Sunday's event. And not a lot of the guys know, we've talked about it a little bit, but can you kind of help explain what the ET Challenge is and then also the cool gamblers part of that?
Overall, we kind of came up with years and years ago the Land of Leaders ET Challenge series just as a way for racers to be able to kind of compete for a division championship, but without even ever having to leave your own home track or even attend ET finals. It's just full races from all tracks, and we really have a point system that kind of levels things out between big and small tracks. As we know, if it was purely based off round wins, the more rounds, the more cars you have, obviously that would give you an advantage. So our point system kind of helps to level the field a little bit. And usually, I think even last year, I believe you had a racer in juniors win it. And I think even within the gamblers, Mike Mahalka, I think, ended up pretty high up in points and doing well. So just proves any tracks, big and small, our champions come from a whole host between the 7 different classes we compete in. They run from everywhere. So it's a really fun program for what we do there. But even hitting on, as you mentioned, kind of the gamblers portion, the program as a general, has always been free. All you need to be is an NHRA member and have a number that kind of tells us who's legitimate to compete or not. When we see the NHRA number in the car, we know, okay, they're signed up and in per se. But we kind of came up with the gamblers portion of it, that for those that want to compete for a couple bucks, and it really ranges. They can kind of just call us up, send us a note, email. It's $40, and all we do is we take those that participate. We take 100% and just shell it back at the end of the year. And I'll send you same program and everything as what we had last year that people can go back and look. But I'll send you a note again that you can put out that the more racers we have participate, the more payouts going to be. So really a fun program, and being it's 100% payback, the more we get in, the more you get back. So.
Yeah, that's really fantastic because a lot, it's a little bit difficult for us to get down to some of the divisional events. I know we do have a lot of guys that are doing a great job of traveling out there, but being able to participate in the ET Challenge here and allow people to get that award without leaving our track is really a cool opportunity. So thank you guys for whoever came up with that some time ago. That was a really great idea. So
Yep, for sure.
So go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, you guys really have a good history too, as long as you guys have been in NHRA. Excuse me. I recall seeing a number of racers fighting for that, even the championship top spot for the Wally. That regularly everybody there has got a chance if they want to go for it. So.
Right on. Now there's another program that, and I apologize, I've been building a wall, so I'm not super well versed in it, but there's the Be a Winner program. And can you tell our racers about that?
It really, if you are an NHRA member, you are eligible in that anybody who wins, you can go on a track, nhra.com/beawinner, and it'll ask you for your info and just really you plug that in. But each month they will do drawings, and there's probably a collection 10 to 12 prizes for each month that they'll do drawings for. And every single month, somebody will get pulled, 12 different winners will get pulled for those prizes. So really a cool thing. Okay, you've already won, but all you have to do is enter your info, and all it requires is to be a member. And most, if they have a license or something else, are already members. It's just being able to squeeze a little bit more out of that membership to make yourself eligible for even more stuff. So, kind of a cool little program that really just takes going on and submitting your info. Nothing else additional there.
Right on. Well, I will go ahead and get that be a winner link put down in the comment section or in here, but then also we'll go ahead and post that on our website too. So if folks are interested in doing that, they can go ahead and get signed up.
Mm-hmm.
It would be cool to have some more people from our racetrack winning some stuff. So
Yeah. So, yeah.
yeah. And then the last topic that I had for you today was the Division 6 finals, which sadly I'm probably never going to be at because it's always on Labor Day weekend, which is our last weekend of the season. But I got an email from Sarah the other day that said we kind of got a little a wild card drawing this year for Division 6 and also to go to the national championship. And if you've got a couple more minutes, if you can tell
Yeah.
our guys about that, that would be super cool.
Yeah, I'll really probably go a little bit for those who may not follow it or understand as much. Each year, for all the ET bracket, each track can send a total of up to 62 racers. That's kind of broken up between some of the big cars, juniors, and all that. But 62 are eligible to come down to the host track that year. This will be Firebird, and you'll race off for the division championship and everything. And which is it's a really cool fun event in its own. We also have a team part of that challenge where the tracks are kind of competing amongst themselves. Each round win is a point, and I mean there's a lot of passion behind it. We also have kind of team spirit competition, a number of other things, but it's a really fun event to go to. I understand you've got conflicts a little bit with what you got going on at your track and what your schedules are. But it's a really a big event. So many, I think, aside from the racing on the tracks, a lot of it because so many don't travel the full distance like you would as part of if you were going for like the NHRA Points Championship or such. It really is a lot of local racers that you take your maybe one's maybe a little bit exaggerating, but your one trip a year and you're meeting with all of the others. It really is a cool opportunity to see a lot of people you might not normally see, different competition, and so much of a fun atmosphere for it when you throw in the team competition aspect of it. And even your other buddies in the independent competitions, if you will, and race of champions and those where there isn't so much a team competition, but have all your other track mates there with you, cheering for you. I mean, it feels like anywhere you're from, you get a giant band of cheerleaders behind you, and just it adds a lot of fun to the event. It's a great time. But with that, you kind of alluded to for those division champions, they get to then go down to Vegas to compete for the national championship. There's some it's really great, throws in $2,000 tow money to everyone who's coming. So minimal you've got, or sorry, I think that's $3,000 tow money
Wow.
down there. So there's a chunk of change there, and then you're competing for another $5,000 to win the national championship plus contingency. Being that there are only 7 divisions and they take 8 cars, what that means is we pull a wild card. So that division gets to bring an additional racer with that. And this year, lucky enough, D6 was pulled. So in the motorcycle category. So that means we get to bring the not just the division champion, which is competed on Saturday, but Sunday's motorcycle winner will also get to go down to Vegas with $3,000 tow money and compete for the opportunity to win the national championship for ET bikes. So really cool deal. Really cool deal with that, and yeah, it's a sought after thing. Any way you can win it, whether that's the Racing Champions on Saturday or the Sunday race, to get that. And Vegas itself obviously is pretty cool. I think there's a number of between other events playing in those that even we'll see some Alaska racers down there. But it's a cool deal, as many will attest. So.
That's really cool, and I know we've got some pretty competitive bike guys that might want to take Labor Day off just so that they can go get a chance to come to Vegas. So
yeah, we'd love to see him. And we've seen, I think Mike Contari's been down in the Continental for a little bit, and or actually saw him even the fall of last year, and it's been fun. I think everybody, wow, you're from Alaska, and he went a number of rounds this year and even last. I think he was in the final round of our Super Quick series. In Yakima with that. Did represent himself pretty well, but everybody loves. Most people don't associate racing as much with Alaska, and seeing you in the division, obviously, you think you're getting a little bit more attention when you came NHRA. But seeing the racers down there, it's usually they're somewhat of celebrities at the event. So it'd be really cool to see one of the bikes down there, and just at ET finals, and possibly going down to Vegas. That'd be a pretty cool thing.
yeah, fantastic. Well, we're a little over time. This is actually the longest one that we've ever done, but it's kind of cool. It's only the second time I've had a guest on here, so thanks, Matt. I really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday. You'll be here doing chassis certs. I've got like 15 cars on there, so bring lots of stickers. But if anybody sees Matt walking around the racetrack, be sure to introduce yourself, say hi. I know we've got a couple of racers that have licensing paperwork they're going to be giving you, and it's going to be a good time. So I appreciate you being our guest, and appreciate everybody tuning in this afternoon and watching us a little bit early, so Matt can go get his twins and hang out this afternoon. But let's see. We'll be open Friday afternoon. The gates are going to open at 3 if people want to come in the park early for the weekend. So the gates will pretty much be manned all weekend long. So if you guys want to come hang out for the whole weekend, please do. But this weather is going to go ahead and get the grass all nice and green, and then it'll be all dried up by then. And you can't hardly see it from where I'm at because the post is in the way. But yesterday we got the frames up for the new scoreboards, and they're working on getting the rest of the stuff put together. So fingers crossed that the boys will, have enough time to get that all done before the weekend. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you at the races this weekend or right here next week on Tuesday's Track Talk. Bye.